you.
The number 9.
The number 9.
Question.
What would you like us to know, Spirit? You know, Spirit always has me asking questions. I'm getting better and better at asking questions, I think. In my own opinion of myself. Hello, collective. I love you. It's me. I'm sweating over here. I got spirit heat. I did my protection. I did my prayer. And I am on fire right now. I cleared my field. I got the heat. Right. I got spirit heat. That's how I know spirit's here, when I get so hot or when I get really cold. Never in between. Hello. Hello! Hello! My name is Patience. I am a psychic, spirit medium, host of Spirit News on Spotify, where we teach you about non-physical energy. Hey, Misty! Thanks for being here. And I am here to be with my spirit guides to help you get higher perspectives of linear views here on Spirit News. We are doing psychic development reads on our YouTube, where we are learning about people's emotional states, and we're learning about how to read energy and how it's fluid, and it can be like this, and it can be like this, and it can be in and out and up and down and all around. And we are having so much fun doing it. I love you guys so much. I really, really do. I really, really freaking love you guys. I have felt so much love and support by honoring my psychic gift with strangers that it makes me feel like I know you guys. Welcome to the Soul Tribe. Soul Tribe, Soul Tribe, Soul Tribe. We are your hosts of Spirit News, where we bring you higher perspectives of linear views. We read the energy to see what Spirit wants us to know. We use all kinds of things, not just tarot. We do use tarot. Spirit said disagree. Who dat? Who in my energy? You know, lately I've been having to clear my field like double time. Spirit, please remove any negativity or any negative energy that is not for the highest white divine light. It doesn't want us to get these messages out. I do not want you here. I do not allow you here. I will bring Archangel Michael up in here if you do not leave. Thank you so much. Please ground me in the collective so that we are connected to Mother, above and below, to Father as well. Thank you. I strike you down. Not in here. So we're going to do an energy read. I do this to develop my childhood psychic gift that I repressed up until 4 years ago, where I decided that I was becoming activated and I didn't know how to control it, and it was altering my life in a negative way, but I used to see it as something very negative because people didn't understand me, so that's why I repressed it. But now I have changed my perspective. Okay, please help. And I asked my spirit guides for help. Oh, Spirit just said homicide. Okay, Spirit wants me to stop talking. Okay. Okay. Anyway, we're going to do an energy read. We're going to see what Spirit wants us to know. Energy can be fluid. It can be masculine, feminine. You got to put it where it fits. Not every message will be your message, but this is going to be for somebody. So I want to keep that in mind. This could be past, present, or future. It could be an alternate timeline. It could be a different life. It could be an Akashic record story. It's whatever Spirit feels is important right now in this moment for somebody, okay? And we want to keep that in mind. It's always going to have some kind of emotional, moral end that helps us learn. It helps us read energy. It helps us feel energy. It helps us feel each other's vibe. Helps us understand certain things that we don't know about energy. And that's why we do it. We gather all this information, all the observations, all the data, and we put it on Spirit News for you. We also have a TikTok. If you would like to join our community, we would love that. You can find all that information in the description bar through the link tree. We have all our socials, and we love to have you. Okay, 444 on the clock. All right, Spirit. I'm here for you.
Waxiest.
Waxiest? Spirit just said waxiest. I don't know what that means. I'm going to say a psalm before we start. Spirit, please give me a psalm. that you want us to know. Prayer for rescue from persecutors. Oh, that's so funny because the next thing I'm going to read is kind of about that. This is Psalm 17. I hear, Lord, my plea for justice. Pay heed to my cry. Listen to my prayer from lips without guile. Trainer. Oh my God, that's so funny. I'll tell you guys in 1 second. From you let my vindication come. Your eyes see what is right. You have tested my heart, searched it in the night. You have tried me by fire, but found no malice in me. My mouth has not transgressed, as others often do. As your lips have instructed me, I have kept from the way of the lawless. My steps have kept to your paths. My feet have not faltered. I call upon you. Answer me, O God. Turn your ear to me. Hear my speech. Show your wonderful mercy. You who deliver with your right arm those who seek refuge from their foes. Keep me as the apple of your eye. Hide me from the shadow of your wings, from the wicked who despoil me. My ravenous enemies press upon me. They close their hearts. They fill their mouths with proud roaring. Their steps even now encircle me. City. They watch closely, keeping low to the ground. Like lions eager for prey. Like a young lion lurking in ambush, rise, O Lord, confront and cast them down. Rescue my soul from the wicked. Slay them with your sword. With your hand, Lord, slay them. Snatch them from the world in their prime. Their bellies are being filled with your friends. Their children are satisfied too, for they share what is left with their young. I am just. Let me see your face. When I awake, let me be filled with your presence. Amen. That's interesting because spirits, I want to say city and spirit said spitty. Hello, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I don't know, Devote. I don't know, Devote. That's just the theme song. That's the spirit theme. Spirit said both of us. Spirit said paranormal. It's just the connection we have now. Should have known better than a cheap friend. Waste the chip that I've been given. I love that song. It's such a good song. Who wouldn't want that song stuck in their head? No! Hi, Ashlyn. Thanks for coming. Yes, praise to the Most High. So, what's interesting so far is Spirit said trainer, city, and this is talking about prayer for rescue from persecutors. And what I was reading before I started, and why I had my cue waiting as well, besides protection, was I opened the book Good Boss, Bad Boss up.
Imagination.
Oh my gosh, I think that my dad is here. Oh, I love you so much, Dad. Thank you for being here. Kingy's here. We called, me and my sister have different dads, but I would call her dad my dad because he was so sweet, and we called him Kingy. And we'd always watch SpongeBob SquarePants, which my children now love SpongeBob SquarePants. And we would always, there's this part where SpongeBob was like, you know, he's so like happy all the time, and he was like, use your imagination. And like, I don't know, I just thought that was so funny. And Spirit just said imagination. So thank you. I love you. Thank you for being here. So I have Kingy here with me. But what I was saying is I opened up to Good Boss, Bad Boss. Okay. And how to be the best and learn from the worst. By Robert Sutton, author of the No Asshole Rule. And our Psalm 17 is talking about prayer for rescue from persecutors. Now listen to this. I opened it up to page 74, strive to be wise, safety, failure, and learning. Okay? So it says psychological safety is the key to creating a place where people can be confident enough to act without undue fear of being ridiculed, punished, or fired, and be humble enough to openly doubt what is believed and done. As Amy Edmondson's research shows, psychological safety emerges when those in power persistently praise, reward, and promote people who who praise and promote, who raise people up like an attic. An attic is a raised structure. That praise, reward, and promote people who have the courage to act, talk about their doubts, successes, and failures, and dodge, work doggedly to do things better the next time. Edmondson learned the power of safety when studying drug treatment errors in hospital nursing units. To her amazement, the best nursing unit, where the boss encouraged nurses to talk openly about mistakes and never pointed an angry finger of blame, reported about 10 times more errors than the worst fear-ridden unit. When nurses made or reported mistakes in the nasty unit, the leader treated them as guilty and like a 2-year-old, like a persecutor. The psalm said, a prayer against persecutors. And like a 2-year-old, this tenfold difference in reported errors was due to psychological safety, not the actual error rate. Nurses with good bosses felt safe to admit mistakes. Nurses with bad bosses avoided reporting errors because doing so provoked humiliation and retribution. Promoting psychological safety also means that you, as a boss, ought to admit your mistakes to yourself and others. I described earlier how Dr. Michael Giuliano pressed doctors in neonatal intensive care units to invite others to question their diagnosis. Giuliano urges doctors to make the best diagnosis they can and act on it, but to keep searching for signs they are wrong. Giuliano provides concrete commandments, including don't fall in love with your first diagnosis. Listen to the family. Don't believe everything you hear about the test results. Check them yourself and make an independent judgment. A persecutor, someone who's casting judgment on someone based on limited facts. Don't believe everything that you hear. Explain everything to everyone. The more people that understand what you're doing and why, the more help you can get. Say, I don't know, regularly and go get the answer. Oh my God, I love that. So there's somebody here who,
irritably,
Spirit said irritably, who is a persecutor. Who's a persecutor, somebody who goes out of their way to humiliate people, to exact retribution on people based off of judgments, based off of independent judgments with very little facts. They don't ask questions. They take the first thing they hear and they don't explain everything to anyone, and they don't know how to say I don't know. There was someone I worked with who was a boss and knew nothing about the makeup world or nothing. They didn't even wear makeup, okay? And they could never say I don't know to something. Anytime you ask this person a question, they would either make up the answer to sound like they knew what they were talking about, and then you go with this answer that you were given by a person of authority at a corporation, and you go with that information and you start, thinking that's the information that's right, because that person couldn't say I don't know because their ego was so big, because they didn't feel safe enough to say I don't know. So we're about to learn about somebody, or this is you, somebody who doesn't have psychological safety or doesn't give psychological safety.
hex,
Hex. Spirit said irritably, and hex. It goes the same for a relationship, for a friendship, for a workplace, whatever it is. If you do not feel safe to make a mistake or to say how you feel, and you get humiliated and you get you get persecuted, just like the Psalm said, you get persecuted. The Psalm says, let's go back to the Psalm. I'm glad I saved it. I usually close it. The Psalm says, my ravenous enemies press upon me. They they close their hearts. They fill their mouths with proud roaring. Their steps even now encircle me. They watch closely, keeping low to the ground like lions eager for prey. So somebody here is psychologically damaging. They don't allow people to be themselves. They fill their mouths with proud words. And it's apparently against somebody who's innocent, someone whose mouth has not transgressed as others often do. Someone who has been tried by fire and found with no malice in their heart. Their heart has been tested, but this person's heart is filled with malice, and this person is needing God's help to be delivered from some enemy, some wicked enemy, it says. From the wicked who despoiled me. Negative.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there's a person here who's persecuting somebody based on false information. It could be in a workplace because Spirit said trainer. It could be something where there's some kind of competition going on here, or some kind of envy, or something that is making this persecutor have malice in their heart for this person, because this person is, their heart's lighter than a feather. They haven't done anything. They're asking for help because they feel like they're a prey with a lion lurking in ambush, ready for them to pounce on them.
Definitely.
Thank you. And they're filling their bellies with their friends, with other people. They're filling their bellies with lies. And they're spreading these lies about this person who's done nothing. It says, rescue my soul from the wicked, confront and cast them down. Okay. Got it. I got it. So this person doesn't make this person feel psychologically safe. There's some kind of, thank you, Spirit, there's some kind of humiliation or retribution going on, some kind of making this person feel fear, like they can't make a mistake, or like any mistake they make, they deserve some kind of humiliation. You know, I don't understand why people want to do that. Would you like it?
8 o'clock.
Would you like it if you came to somebody for help who may know more than you, or you may feel like may help you, and the person who you're asking purposely humiliates you because of your mistake? That's awful. I would never do that to somebody. Everybody makes mistakes. I don't know what people want to think of mistakes as something that is like something you shouldn't do. How do you know what to do if you don't make a mistake? How do you know that if you don't make a mistake, how do you know what you want if you don't know what you don't want? If you don't know what you don't want, how do you know what you want? It's the law of opposites, you guys. The law of opposites. You have to know, you have to have a mistake happen so you can have the right thing happen. If you're constantly doing things right all the time, that's gonna get boring. You don't have anything challenging you. Spirit said laugh. You're supposed to laugh at your mistakes, and then
Sure.
yeah, and then realize the mistake, and then do better. Oh, Spirit said overdose. But you know, some people take life very seriously, and Spirit says all the time that we're supposed to be having fun. And oh, I just got a song in my head. You know the song McGill? You don't know, you don't know, you do it right the first time. Oh, you do it right the first time? Okay. What about having sex? Did anybody do sex right the first time? What happens if you don't do it right? That's ridiculous. Anything you do, you have to leave room for a little mistake to happen. Okay? Because
Oh yeah.
that's what we came here for. There's
Yes,
a,
yes.
there's a song called where it's called "Where's the Fun in Forever" by McGill. Jen, and he says, "Where's the fun in forever? Living in a sea of time. If we had no beginnings, if we had no ends or beginnings, how would we ever know love?" And basically, what it's saying is that we are infinite beings, okay? Without our body, without our vessel, without this physical shell, we're infinite. We live forever. You can't kill energy. Energy just transforms, or it transitions, it changes. It doesn't ever die. So we come here to have a physical experience that's temporary on purpose, because we are literally perfect, pure, unconditional love that lives forever. And so want we actually want to come here and make mistakes. We actually want to come here and live a limited existence, to learn to come back to our unlimitedness. And so when you don't allow yourself to make mistakes, and you're afraid to fail, you don't allow yourself to be curious. You don't allow yourself to expand yourself, because you are limiting yourself because of your fear of failure. But the whole point is to experience failure as well as success, because you cannot experience one without the other. There's not
Exactly.
there's not one successful person
Hellish.
that didn't try a million times before they found something that worked for them. It was their perseverance and their persistence that got them to a place through their mistakes where they started to feel like their mistakes aren't mistakes. They're just different ways of learning of what you don't want. And you cannot think about what you want if you don't know what you don't want. It's the law of
Linked.
opposites. Spirit said link. Just like up and down, hot and cold, happy, sad, night and day. You have to have mistakes to know what you want. Otherwise, it'd be very boring. Where's the fun in forever? Living in a sea of time. If we had no end or beginning, how would we ever know love? What we love. So I love that song by McGill. Jason! We all go into hell. Everyone has done bad things. Well, that's what hell is, what you make it. Spirit told me that, and this is what my spirit guides tell me. This is just what I've learned for myself in my experience. Spirit said that hell is hell is a perspective. Hell is what you make it. Hell is your perception and how much you can forgive yourself. So when I talk to people's loved ones and stuff, they say that there's what's called the truth booth, and you go into the truth booth to do your life review. And if you feel like you cannot forgive yourself for anything that you've done that was a sin or bad in your incarnation you lived, you can heal those wounds before you
Probably.
yeah, you can heal those wounds in the astral realm, before you incarnate again, and change and kind of switch it up for the next incarnation. You can say, okay, yeah, I didn't like when I did this, and I kind of feel bad I did this. I need a little more time to understand why I did that, and next life I'm going to do it this way. So it's not God who judges you, it's actually yourself who judges you, because God will always forgive you. We are little pieces of God, having a human experience. So God will always forgive you. It is ourselves, our own souls, that sometimes find it hard to forgive ourselves. So you get put in the truth booth so you can review all of those things that you may have done, because that's what you're supposed to do when you come here. You are meant to make mistakes, to do things
Northwest.
that are low vibrational, so you can ascend, so you can constantly evolve your soul's consciousness. And it's like it's supposed to be fun. We're supposed to get to a point of master manifesting where you become co-creators of the universe, where you actually become a conscious co-creator instead of just, being on autopilot, where you actually co-create with the universe through through manifestation, not manipulation. So this story is going to be about somebody who persecutes people who make mistakes, someone who has some idea that making mistakes is bad, making mistakes isn't something you're supposed to do, when it's actually quite the opposite. Truth booth, yes. Well, if that's what you want to experience, that's the beauty of this universe. Your beliefs will literally be what you experience. So, and you can experience anything you want. It's free will. So if you want to experience hell, if you believe that you cannot forgive yourself and that you deserve to be in hell, then you're free to do that. And your soul, whenever, you could be in hell right now, if that's the way you want to perceive it. But when you pass, you can be in purgatory. You can, um oh, thank you so much, nobody. Oh, thank you, Jen. I love you. I'm bad, so Jesus feels valuable and doesn't get bored. Hey, we come here for fun. We get bored being infinite. We want the contrast. Spirit says we want the contrast. That's why we come here. Because it's, thank you. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate you. Spirit says we come here for the contrast because without our bodies, we're perfect. We live forever. We don't die. We're immortal because energy doesn't die. All right, so let's see what this person's problem is. Why are they so fixated on persecuting others who make mistakes? They probably feel like they can't make mistakes, and that's just not true. The sixth house, service to others. What is good for us? Your work. A full-time job, doing a little at a time. So someone here views being service to others as a waste of time. They don't feel like that is something that is useful of time, being service to others. They believe that your time should be served at a full-time job, working your life away, working hard. You gotta work hard. You gotta work 14 hours a day. You gotta do overtime. You can't have a day off. That's just really not what Spirit tells me. I can guarantee you that there's not one soul that came here and said, yeah, I want to work 14 hours a day and never see my family and never experience life and never travel. I just want to work, 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 work until I'm dead in the grave. And then when I'm on my deathbed, then I'm going to look back at my life and how I did nothing except work because I thought that that's all I had to do. No. That's not, maybe that's like the Matrix, maybe that's like, what they used to think back in the industrial days, but now times are changing, okay? Everybody's starting to realize in the new energy that that is not healthy. That is not a healthy way to live your life. That's why those people have heart attacks, heart disease, diabetes, you name it, obesity, because they're working and they're, if you read the buy, what's the buy? Hello, Betty. Indonesia. Wow. Thanks for being here. Work, 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 work. Do nothing but work, 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 work. And then you're gonna die, 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 die. But just to work, 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 work. I can guarantee you that that ain't what Spirit came here for. And most people are not living in their North Node. And a great suggestion that Spirit gave me that I will tell you right now. And we made a TikTok about it. And working, yes, you have to, it's all about balance. I don't work, beat the system 25 years ago. Well, hey, maybe you should make a YouTube about it, Jason, and tell everyone your secret. and there's different ways to work, and we're going into a new age of working. I mean, look at all the content creators that are making money by doing things they love. You know, they're traveling and they're making videos about their travels. They're being creative. It's about human, you know, spirit wants to come here to be creative. Spirit's very creative. Spirit is so creative. The inspiration, spirit inspires us all the time. But if you're working and you're not taking time to listen to the inspiration spirit's giving you to be a creative force of the universe, then you're really limiting your soul's purpose here. And something that spirit has told us to do that we have found very helpful in our living life and finding joy and having fun is, and transmuting negative energy, is to look up your north node, to know your birthplace and the time you were born, and to know what your soul is good at. Like, everybody's soul has something that only they are good at, something that they wanted to bring into earth energy to manifest, co-creating. And when you find what your north node is and you understand who you are on a soul level, you can really start to be like, oh yeah, I really do like to do that. Like, mine is public speaking and teaching. So that's why I have so much fun doing these lives, because oh my gosh, did you just say Aquarius? Alex Knight, did you just say Aquarius? Because I pulled this card a minute ago. So if you are having trouble knowing what you should do or what you want to do or what you're passionate about or what would learn, you would need to learn what your north node is, and your north node will tell you the things that you're really good at, what your soul is really good at. And then you can start to, it's not about figuring out what you want to be now. You don't have to know right this minute, but it's about being curious and expanding yourself and taking the action step to find out what that is. Sure, Spirit says. So it's about the journey. It's about having fun, exploring, trying new things. If that doesn't work out for you, it's okay. It's not going to be the end of the world. You're not going to like be a failure. You're actually more of a failure when you don't try. So that's a fun little tip. If you want to look up your north node, that is going to be what your soul's good at. Okay, so this person doesn't think that being service to others is a good use of time. Okay, they don't think that that's what's good for us. They believe in toil and labor. They think that it's all about work, and they don't understand unconventional things. Aquarius is very unconventional and eccentric. This person doesn't understand experimenting or getting outside of their norm. They've grown up in some kind of environment that really pounded into their head that the only way to be successful is to work your life away. And they find anything else outside of that scope to be very unconventional and very eccentric. They don't like to experiment. Yes, thank you, Devote. Yes, this isn't a private reading, but if you want one, I do them. You can email me at patiencewithspirit@gmail.com, and it's $20 for 20 minutes. All the information's in the description bar. So I have the 11th house here. Orange. So this person has some kind of emotional dissociation from their hopes and their wishes. Oh my god, that's so sad. This person doesn't have any friends. They don't have any freedom. They didn't do what they hoped and wished for their future. This is somebody whose hopes and dreams may have been cast aside by their family or society, and so they didn't follow Moon. They didn't follow their intuition. Moon. Agonizing, Spirit says. I work about 60 to 80 hours a week. Few more minutes than I have to run. Yes. And would you say that you like doing that, Alex? Is that something that you like doing? A lot of people don't like it, but they like the money from it. But then at the same time, they get the money from it and they don't really have the time to do the things they want to do because they have to work so hard to gain that money. So this person has come across some kind of situation where they had to forsake their own hopes and wishes to do something for their future. They couldn't do the things that were unconventional. They had to work hard for a living to get what they wanted, to plan for their future. So they kind of lost sight of their own hopes and wishes that they wanted, and now they're not free. They have to constantly work this hard to associate with the type of friends they have now or the type of mindset they have now. Now they're indoctrinated in this mindset and they can't see outside of it. They can't change their perspective.
Correct.
Because this person's been working like this for a long time, so they kind of resent this on a higher perspective of this linear view. This person has limited their ability to expand themselves because they cut themselves off from honoring their own hopes and wishes by having to work so much. And so now they're at a point where anything that they hear where somebody's honoring what their dreams or their goals that are unconventional, they kind of scoff at that. They judge it because they persecute it, because that's not in their belief system anymore. They've lost sight of that. So that's kind of sad that that happens. That's sad that people work so hard and they cast their dreams aside, and then all of a sudden people who have dreams and aspirations that are unconventional are ridiculous to them. When really at one time this person could have had their own hopes and dreams that they cast aside because they lost their freedom, basically. Gemini. I have an Aquarius and a Gemini. What is believed about and the quickest way. So this person believes this about working
Teresa.
because okay. Spirit said agonizing before. This is agonizing when people don't want to wait or be consistent, or this is the thing about the failure. You have to, if you have a dream that makes you feel really happy inside and makes you feel good when you think about it, and you're around people that aren't ready to see your dream, and you're telling them about your dream, their energy can definitely bring you down, and it will literally stop you from moving forward with something you're excited about. That's why Spirit always says, and we made a TikTok about it, don't tell people what your idea nuggets are. Don't tell people your brain babies, because if you have an idea that's unconventional or something that's different, or a vision you have or some kind of idea, and the person you're telling has a belief system like this, that no, the only way to get what you want quickly, and it's all about getting it quick. We're a society that doesn't want to wait. We want instant results now. And when you want something now, you do shortcuts. You take shortcuts to get whatever this is, money, or to get a claim that says, what do you want to be known for? So when you do that, when you take a shortcut, you limit the way things come to you in the best way possible, because you're taking a route that cuts corners. That's why getting things quickly is not always the best way to get it. Sometimes you need to be persistent at something. You need to be consistent and persistent. And especially if it's unconventional, and you shouldn't tell people what it is, because I can guarantee you from my own experience from starting my psychic work, I was telling people, because I was very excited about starting my psychic development, but psychic development is very unconventional, and it's not something that people understand. And so I was getting a lot of bad feedback about it, but I kept doing it anyway because it made me feel good emotionally. But not everybody is like that. Not everyone's as stubborn as I am. Yes, it's called the
Nope.
necrometer. Artsy! Everything artsy back in the house. Queen Patience, we love you. I love you. Yep, it's called the necrometer. The best apple to pick is the one that is way up in the tree, not the one that. Yes, definitely, Brian, for sure. Ophelia! Hello! I've missed you, dear. I hope everything is well. So, this person may have scoffed at somebody who wants to be of service to others, who uses some kind of ability they have or some kind of talent they have, and they're planting seeds of service. The sixth house, you can see the fruit and the harvest. It could be an Aquarius. So because being of service to this person doesn't get you what you want quickly, and that's their belief. But a belief is just a thought you keep thinking. It doesn't mean that everybody thinks it. It doesn't mean it's true. So there's something that this person put on hold in their own life. They didn't follow their dreams and aspirations. They took the get rich quick plan, and I don't know what, but something is, they're receiving some kind of information that's causing them to persecute somebody without having all the information. They're communicating about someone before they have all the information about this person. That's what the Bible said. They're keeping negativity in their mouth about somebody who's unconventional, who has a vision, who has shared their vision with them, and this person is pretty much poo-pooing on it. Okay, that's not possible. That's ridiculous. You're lazy. That's not hard work. You don't deserve to have whatever it is those, that's very rude. If just because I don't understand someone's vision, I would never in a million years project my own beliefs onto them. This is a projection because this person, with a higher perspective of this linear view, this person's envious. Don't make me envious. You know I'm cruel when I see red, and I'm all in my head. You're gonna make me dangerous. That's dangerous. Envy is dangerous because it causes you to project your own insecurities onto somebody who has a vision, who's unconventional. And what you do by doing that, they don't even know they're doing it. This is unconscious behavior. You persecute them. You cast judgment on somebody who's actually taking the time to honor their north node, something that makes them emotionally feel good.
Christopher.
And this person is losing their freedom because all they do is work. So that's envy. That's envy. Woo woo! Artsy, Queen Patience, where's my woo woo? Amen. Amen. I said it differently this time. You know, I gotta switch it up on you. Hey Christian, thanks for being here. They think, why do I have to work so hard and you get it easy because you found a workaround? Yeah, exactly. This person views somebody who's having fun doing what they're doing, that actually enjoys what they're doing, as some kind of lazy shortcut. But really, when you do what you love, it's easy. When you do something that makes you feel good, it doesn't feel like work. You hear that all the time. It's absolutely true. We don't come here to be work slaves, I can tell you that. Virgo, I have Gemini, Virgo, and Aquarius. So they have some kind of information in their mouth. They're spreading some kind of communication that's false about somebody who finds it joyful and good to be of service. And that could be a counselor, that could be a life coach, it could be a healer, it could be an energy worker, someone who dedicates their time and energy to helping people. Okay, it could be someone who works at a soup kitchen. Whatever it is, you gotta take it as it resonates. They're pissed that they haven't found their shortcut. Well, Spirit says
Immediacy.
immediacy. Yeah, Spirit says it's not so much they're the ones taking the shortcut. It's because they want it immediately. They're not, this person who wants to be of service isn't taking the shortcut. They're just taking the road that feels emotionally fulfilling for them. That doesn't mean it's a shortcut. It just looks like that to this person because they don't understand following their heart. They've lost that ability a long time ago. And so Spirit said it's immediacy. They're taking the quickest. Spirit said it never works that way. They're trying to take the quickest way to gain the most amount of money, but at the cost of their own freedom, because all they do is work. That's all they do, just to gain money. They don't have any emotional fulfillment from it. I figured out how to get around the system and have an easy life. How do I owe someone who doesn't know how or what to do? I can live with that. I took 17 to me to figure it out. Hey, new to the channel, bless you. You have a spirit.
Probably.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subbing. But they try to copy someone else's shortcut. Yeah, well, we'll see. We're still, 45 minutes in. I've only drawn 5 cards and we've gotten so much information. But this says, do what you must do. So this is Virgo. So they're starting to notice this person whose service to others actually may appear younger, may appear more vital, like may seem like the serving of others. I have it twice. They're starting to notice and analyze that this person who's of service to others actually, because you can't, energy never lies, you guys. Energy never lies. You cannot, they've been spreading misinformation about this person based on their own beliefs, that this person of service is lazy, that they are not ambitious, that they're taking shortcuts. But through energy, when you encounter this person, and when you look at them, they could possibly be appearing younger, more vibrant, more happy, and they feel that way because energy never lies. So the just by sheer interaction with this person, it could be at a workplace, it could be a relationship, it could be friendship, you have to put it where it resonates. They are realizing that by following your north node, by following your heart, by following the thing that makes you feel emotionally fulfilled, you will innately receive healing properties. You will be healed, you will look healed, you will feel healed. And that this person's starting to realize that. That's crazy. Because everybody feels energy and you just don't know it because everyone feels the same. When you encounter somebody who's in their north node, it will feel different. You will feel the difference. It's the contrast of what people feel every day living in the matrix, in the simulation, being on autopilot. And it's rare to find somebody and meet somebody who actually honors their north node and honors their soul's path. And so this person who has been persecuting this person is actually witnessing that by doing what you want, that the vision, by following your vision, even if it's unconventional to society, even if it seems experimental or eccentric, everyone has a different soul path, and you cannot judge a book by its cover just because they didn't follow their soul path. Most people do not follow their soul path. I can 100% guarantee you that people aren't waking up every day saying, "Yay, I can't wait to sell donuts. Yay, I can't wait to put these rocks on the ground." And you can, but there is other higher purposes that the soul wants to attain, wants to go for, and it's usually eccentric and unconventional because the soul wants to co-create and do things that's never been done before. Everything's been done in the universe, everything. So the soul wants to do things that are different, that are eccentric, that are unconventional. The long cut. So they're seeing the results of this. They're analyzing and seeing the results of this method because they've never known anyone to do it. Everyone they know has not followed their north node, and now they've met someone who has, who they previously persecuted for doing so, calling them lazy and stuff. The first house under Aquarius.
Right.
Right. Thank you, Spirit. I love you. So they've been projecting immediately. Yeah, do it your own way. They've been projecting their own way onto this person, projecting that their actions are right, that this person's wrong. Nobody is right or wrong. You're both. Everybody's both. You can't say that someone's unconventional way of doing something is wrong just because it's not the way that you would do it. Sometimes there's 9 ways to skin a cat, and they're all different. But if it has the same result, then what does it matter how you get there? Everyone is different, so you can't just follow. You have to make your own decisions or accept your situation. There's no shortcut to your own destiny or do-overs. Definitely. I feel like this person was projecting their beliefs. They were saying, it can only be done my way. It can only be done one way. You can't you can't attain abundance your way. You have to work hard. You have to slave away. You have to work every day until your body aches, until you sleep. You only sleep, shit, eat, and work. That's the only way. you know? That's just not that. Spirit says smell. That smells bad. That's a smelly way of living. Okay, so this person was projecting. I had the way you project yourself. They're projecting these beliefs onto this person of service because they didn't know who they were. They were communicating to other people and informing other people how this person's lazy and takes shortcuts because they have a limited consciousness. They don't have the ability to get a higher perspective of this linear view. But this person who's unconventional, they had a destiny to run into this person to show them that it is possible, that anything is possible in this universe. This is an abundant universe. God wants us to be co-creators of the universe, to manifest anything we want in physical form. That's why we come here, to remember that we can co-create through our thoughts. And so if you believe, that's the great thing about this universe. If you believe that the only way that you can gain anything is to work this way, you're allowed to believe that. But just because you believe it does not mean that everyone else has to believe it or that it's true. Because a belief, it's just words. Thank you, Spirit. Because a belief is just a thought you keep thinking. It doesn't mean it's real anywhere else or even outside of this universe. So this person's starting to see that. But it seems like the more that this person gets proven wrong, the more they project. And it becomes persecutory. Persecutory. It becomes persecutive. Which it's very negative to persecute someone for their beliefs. Because this person who wants to be of service is the sun. They're like the sun. They demonstrate leadership. They demonstrate light. They create. They respect people. And they bring things to life. They're very abundant, just like the sun. And I have sun, and I have the 6th house, which is harvest, which, in the Bible, it said, and I'll never forget this. In the Bible, I was like, oh my God, I love that. In the Bible, and I'm going to paraphrase, I don't know it verbatim, but in the Bible, it was like, that if you plant a seed, if you plant a watermelon seed, it's going to grow a watermelon. But you don't plant it and then sit outside there and say, hurry up, watermelon! Hurry up, watermelon! Get over here and grow. No, that it's going to take time. That you're going to put it in the ground, you're going to water it every day, you're going to wait, and that the fruit's going to come. It's the same thing with your dreams and aspirations. That if you just know that it's possible by watering it, by tending to it, by giving it love, by being persistent, by not being afraid to fail, because there's plenty of more seeds out there. Sometimes you get a dud. Sometimes the seed that you're growing is the soil wasn't right. You have to do it again, but you never fear that it's not going to happen. You know that it's going to happen. So it's kind of like the same thing with manifesting. You can't manifest what you want if you don't think it can happen. That's two different energies. If you want to manifest what you want, you have to know that it can already happen, that it's already happened somewhere out there, and that all you have to do is match it vibrationally. But you can't match it vibrationally if your belief system is that the only way to attain something is one way, because the universe is unlimited. There could be a million different ways that you gain some kind of abundance that you want, that you would have never thought of in a million years. And that's why spirit, I think this next spirit news, I just got it, is going to be speaking abundantly, because spirit has been teaching me how to speak abundantly, because the way you speak to yourself and the way you ask the universe for things has to change. You can't want more but be in less, because it's two different energies. You have to match the energy. 555 on the clock. So for instance, you can't say, I really wish I had $1 million in the bank, because what that says is that you do not have that, and that is an energy. That's the energy that you're sending out. It's the thought that you're sending out that is energy. Instead, what you should say, I love the idea of having $1 million in my bank. I don't know how it's gonna come to me, but I'm open to any way it comes. And then it's more open. It's an open-ended question in retail. But if you're like, the only way you can gain money is this way, then that's the only way it's going to come to you, because that's what you've said to the universe. So instead, what this person should be saying is, I've worked my whole life to get my abundance. I realize now that there may be other ways. I am open to any other way that is emotionally fulfilling to gain abundance. And then the universe will send you cues and clues and signs and symbols as to what direction you should go in. And if you are listening, if you open your eyes and your eye, you can see the signs and you can start following it, because and it can come to you in more ways than the very limited way that you projected into the universe. So this person's learning a lot by interacting with this person, but they're in denial first. They're in denial that this person gets everything they want by being of service. They think that's ridiculous. But this person is a leader. They're the sun. They bring things to life. They're abundant. This is a master manifestor here. Oh, you're from Japan? Oh my gosh, I was talking about Japan today. My mom was born in Tokyo, Japan. I'm 25% Japanese. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I hope your days are filled with happiness too. I love you so much. I love this reading right now. Oh, look, Cancer. And Spirit just said Cancer. Look, Cancer and Cancer. Someone's a crab here.
Acceptance.
Spirit said acceptance. This person needs to learn acceptance. They need to learn that not everything has to be done one way. There's millions of ways to do things. Oh, from Egypt? I was literally talking about Egypt today too. Spirit, come through. I love you. $1 million in a sealed container stash. Yeah, you could meet a man, you could meet some elderly person on the bus stop, and you said hello to them and asked them how their day was, and they decided to give you an envelope, and they said, don't open this until I'm away from you. And you open the envelope and it's $1 million. You just don't know the magical ways the universe can send you abundance. And when you are in the mode of attracting, the universe will give you everything you need, as long as you know that everything you need is here and now. It's now. It's now. It's like now, or is it then, or is it now, or whatever they say in Spaceballs. It's now. Be happy now. To gain abundance, you have to have everything you ever wanted now. And then you will attract everything you need to move forward. So it's a perception. You have to change your beliefs, you have to change your perceptions. I have Aquarius, Cancer, Virgo, and Gemini. When you change your attitude about your beliefs and you're not so pigeonholed in the way it happened for you, and you open yourself up to more possibilities, this person then you can savor your success. You can be emotionally fulfilled, because it's not just about having physical success or monetary success. It's also about emotional fulfillment. There's people who win the lottery that end up unaliving themselves because they weren't vibrationally matching money energy. And money is an energy, and abundance is an energy. And they unalive themselves because they have all this money, but they weren't emotionally ready to receive such a large amount of abundance. And so it's unmatching energy, and it makes them worse off than they were when they were working hard. And because they weren't matching that abundance energy, they weren't ready for it. So this person needs to learn how to accept that their attitudes about the past don't always result in what they want. There's other ways of attaining, and there's other ways of perceiving that are just as valid as what they believe is true. Okay? A belief is just a thought you keep thinking. People just have to stop caring what other people's plans in life are and concentrate. Yes. Experience. Yes. Yes, Devote. They need to worry about their own life experience for sure. I think what it comes down to, the higher perspective we're getting of this, is that on a subconscious level, this person is envious of this person who has decided to follow their heart, because that's not something that this person allowed themselves to do. And there's probably something that this person wanted to do that would have been way more emotionally fulfilling, and they lost sight of that because it's been so long since they even allowed themselves to believe that that could have been true. And that's the quickest way to lose magic. It kind of reminds me of when, I forget what movie it was. It might have been Peter Pan, but adults can't see magic because when you get to a certain age as an adult, you lose that childlike curiosity that allowed you to believe magic was real. And when you lose that curiosity, when you lose that ability to not care about failing or caring about what other people think, you lose the ability to have abundance or emotional fulfillment in a different way. You cut off the way it comes to you, and you can be successful and you can have multiple cars and a house and lots of things on the outside, but you will not be fulfilled emotionally within. And this person has lost sight of that, and now they've come across an adult who has childlike curiosity and imagination. Spirit said imagination in the beginning, who is a leader, who is still able to have leadership qualities. You can be childlike, and it's different than being immature. Spirit always says that's why you need to heal your inner child wounds, because what it does is the child in you is the power within you. That's the power that allows you to be curious, that allows you to have fun, that allows you to not be afraid to take chances or to make new friends or to be unconventional or to be silly or whatever it is. So, oh, you can see spirits. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. I see them in my mind's eye. I don't see them with my physical eyes. So spirit's lesson is that this person or these people, Aquarius, Virgo, Cancer, Gemini, they need to accept that their way isn't the only way. And that's great that that was their way, but they cannot project that anymore on somebody who is showing them that it is not the only way. This person is the sun. This person's a leader. They're demonstrating through their actions in real time that it is absolutely possible to do something unconventional that is your vision. And just because somebody doesn't understand it or believe in it does not mean that it cannot be done. Okay, tell that to Tesla. Tell this to Albert Einstein.
Extra.
Extra. You know, we did a celebrity read for Albert Einstein, and he said that he had to leave Germany because people were ridiculing him about his theories on energy. And he moved to New Jersey where he was a little more accepted, and because they had a more wider view, a broader perspective of fringe ideas. And look at what he discovered. E equals mc squared. It's all relative. It's all relative. Don't throw spirit. I love you guys so much.
Lord.
Oh, you're my spirit animal. I love
Stop.
you. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. 8888. I hope that this was a good one for you. This was a really nice one. I really liked it. Thank you so much, Spirit, for being with us. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.